Boss, we have received 2 crores from Ramran and Kishore.
Boss, we have received 25 lakhs from Raju.
What about Govind? Hasn't he given the silver I asked for?
Boss, he is refusing to give the silver.
How dare he refuse me? Doesn't he know that if he doesn't give me silver, I will destroy his property and business?
Boss, we regret to inform you, but Govind has got some upper support.
Who has the guts to go against me? Who is he? I need his name right now.
Boss, do you remember Vijay?
That guy whom I defeated 3 years back for the gold mine.
Yes, sir. It's him only.
How dare he to challenge me? I think we will have to teach him a lesson again. This time I will go myself to defeat him. Let's go. Dismiss. Throw him away. You came to challenge me! Guys, I have lot of power, support and money, but I'm not getting that inner peace.
Sir, I think you should play PUBG. It cools the mind.
That PUBG. Boss, play Call of Duty. That's the latest game.
Sir, I think you should take a break from your work.
Yes, sir. After the trip, you can come to work. You will feel much better.
I think you are right.
From then on, the boss wandered around here and there looking for the inner peace, the peace of his mind and heart. He went to various nightclubs, parties, rock shows, fraud stages and many so-called pilgrimages, but did not find the peace anywhere. He kept wandering in search of peace. But coincidentally, one day as he was wandering, he saw an old and small bookshop, and in the front of the shop there was a book. He had no interest in reading, but seeing the book's cover, he asked the price and eventually bought the book.
The boss sat in a garden and started reading the book. It had a pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Haridas Thakur. The pastime went as follows.
Haridas Thakur was born in Vardhan in a family of Muslims on the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Haridas Thakur travelled a place near the Ganga and settled in a village called Fulia near Shantipur. He loudly chanted the names of Lord Krishna. Both in Vardhan and Fulia, countless people were purified by Haridas Thakur's presence and took the chanting of holy name. All the ecstatic symptoms like crying, laughing, fainting, perspiring would appear in Haridas Thakur's body as he loudly chanted. Even the ritualistic saints were astonished. Chand Kazi, who was the Muslim authority in Shantipur, grew envious on Haridas Thakur's reputation and ordered his guards to arrest him. By Krishna's mercy, Haridas Thakur was fearless of death. He appeared before the Nawab, chanting the holy names of Krishna. Having showered his mercy upon the prisoners, Haridas went before the Nawab chanting the holy name. Due to his purity, Haridas Thakur radiated with effulgence which Nawab could recognize. He rose respectfully and offered him a seat. The Nawab said,
Knowing well that you have the good fortune of becoming a Muslim, you act like a Hindu? You ignore your high birth and act like a low caste Hindu. To disregard your own race, land and religion for another is perverted. How can you attain liberation like this? I will punish you according to the mandates of Quran, so that you will be freed from your sins.
Haridas Thakur said,
Dear sir, according to knowledgeable Hindus and Muslims, there is only one God for all living entities. The difference is in the name only. According to all scriptures, be it Quran or Gita, He is the absolute truth residing in everyone's heart. The omnipotent Lord controls everyone. Whatever you see of me and my activities are direct manifestation of the Lord who guides me from within.
But Haridas Thakur's words did not penetrate the envious and sinful heart of Qazi. He instructed his Nawab,
Punish him! He is evil-minded. Others will fall under his influence and become sinful. He will disgrace our Muslim community. Are we jokers here? If he wants to be spared, he must preach from the Quran.
Nawab once again tried to persuade Haridas.
Friend, please speak from your scriptured Quran. Then you will have nothing to fear. Otherwise, Qazi will force me to punish you.
Haridas Thakur replied,
Even if my body is cut down to 1,000 pieces, I will not give up chanting of the holy name. Each of those 1,000 pieces will chant the holy name of Krishna.
The Nawab then asked Qazi,
What is your decision about him?
The Qazi said angrily,
Beat him in 22 marketplaces till he dies.
Haridas Thakur was then dragged by the sentries from one marketplace to another. They beat him mercilessly. Their black hearts were consumed by the hate for the pure devotee of the Lord. Haridas Thakur kept chanting the holy name in complete surrender, but nothing could stop the insensitive and animalistic sentries. Similarly, Haridas Thakur could not escape the beatings but by allowing himself to be tortured. He taught us a lesson that despite extreme miseries of life, one should never stop chanting the holy name. Srila Haridas Thakur, by the mercy of Krishna, did not feel any pain. He compassionately looked at the sentries and prayed,
Oh Krishna, please be merciful upon these poor souls so they may not be punished because of me.
The sentries brought the dead body to the Nawab. Qazi said,
Although getting a high birth of Muslim, he behaved like a low caste Hindu. Therefore, it is best to throw him into the Ganges.
Haridas Thakur was brought to the Ganges. Haridas remained in the deadly trance, meditating on the Lord. He became extremely heavy. It required the strongest of sentries to push him into the water. Haridas Thakur floated down the streams on the currents of Ganges. As Haridas was protected by the Lord, who could harm him? After some time, he woke up and, overwhelmed with ecstasy, swam across the Ganges and proceeded towards Fulia. Haridas Thakur appeared again in front of Nawab and smiled compassionately at him. The Nawab ruler bowed respectfully with folded hands. The Nawab said,
I can understand now that you are truly a saintly person. You have realized the absolute truth and have seen Allah in everyone. Please forgive me for my offenses. Because you see the Lord in everyone, you have no friends or enemies. Please be merciful on sinful people like us.
The Qazi and all the sentries were responsible for torturing a pure devotee of the Lord. They and their families were eventually destroyed. During Mahaprakash Leela, Mahaprabhu glanced at Haridas Thakur and said,
Look at me, Haridas. Your body and birth is superior to mine. Although that sinful Muslim tormentor had inflicted great pain on you, knowing your compassionate nature, I hesitated to punish him, for I knew it would disturb you. I accepted all those lashes meant for you on my back. Dear Haridas, see the marks on my back. There is nothing that I do not want to give you.
Haridas Thakur said,
My lord, you have showered causeless mercy upon this destitute. I feel a great offense in my heart to ask you for situating me to an elevated status of a Vaishnav. I am grossly unfit. You are my master. Please keep me as a dog in the house of a Vaishnava.
Haridas Thakur, a pure devotee of Lord, was born in the family of Muslims to prove Krishna consciousness is beyond any caste, religion, creed or color. Such material designations are futile. A pure devotee of Krishna, even if born in low caste family, is worthy of worship. Anybody remembering this pastime of Haridas will be saved from the miseries of life.
Seeing how the Lord was so compassionate to his devotee and how the devotee, even in so hardship, was chanting the Lord's name, he went to Mayapur. He attended many temple programs, kirtans and lectures and got so inspired, and he realized that this was the real peace of mind. After returning, the boss preached the Harinam and the teachings he learned to all his assistants and spent his wealth to build a beautiful temple of Lord.
This is the real transformation of heart.